All right, 1 2 1 2. Welcome back to my face, movie fans. Hope you guys and girls are having a great day out there. Just kind of wanted to pull up on you for a little something, for a quick minute with it, a little different. We're gonna do kind of vlog style for Gladiator II. Just a quick review, bars. I actually think it's better than the original, but if I'm being honest with you, the original never really just blew me away as far as the film itself. Now, granted, we're talking 24 years ago, which would have made me 24 years old at the time. But, young guys love their action movies, and I always thought Gladiator was just okay. I think Russell Crowe's delivery of his lines was amazing. Are you not entertained? I use that to this day. So, but I always just thought the film was just okay. Now, I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch it before seeing the sequel. But watching the sequel in imax on the big screen, I thought, this is actually seems more entertaining. Kind of bummed out they didn't use the lane. The line was never really uttered. Are you not entertained? By his son in the film, but whatever. I enjoyed the film. It's not a perfect movie in my opinion. It feels a little bloated. I do feel like it suffers from condensed syndrome, where it's just like a really epic story that probably should be a season of a show, but it gets condensed down into like this 2.5 hour epic, and it's just not enough time to breathe. Maybe if the movie were 3 hours. It's just the all the backstabbing and all the planning, all the plots and all those story threads, they just don't have time to really wrap up, in my opinion. It feels like a rush at the end of the movie where the third act is trying to wrap everything up. There's some things that don't make sense to me, and I guess I should save that for like a spoiler discussion. But just Denzel Washington's character, definitely dug what he was doing behind the scenes and how he was manipulating things. And in particular, how he kept gambling with this one senator and just increasing that debt until he basically owned his home, and how he manipulated that guy into working for him. And I thought this is intriguing stuff, but it doesn't have time to breathe, so it feels like it's just happening and we're moving to the next thing, and we don't really get to appreciate how smooth that was, what Denzel did with this guy. And then I guess a lot of my problems do center around his character, because he's doing all the manipulation behind the scene and he's got some cool stuff happening. But it just felt so rushed in the third act that nothing gets time to really resonate. Like there's a character that gets murdered, by Denzel's character, and it's just like it happens right before the finale, which that character does something else that doesn't make sense to me, and it's just kind of weird. What are we doing here? That murder that you just committed feels like that didn't have any time to resonate. No one even knew that happened before you're storming off to ride through all these troops to go meet little Maximus Jr. for this little unnecessary final hand-to-hand combat fight, which you're clearly not in the class to mess with this dude, but you do anyway, and it ends how it should end. So not sure what they were thinking with that ending, but I feel like I've talked about that too much. So let me back up really quickly. I feel like the performances by all the actors was great, top notch. Even Denzel's character, who I didn't love how they portrayed him towards the end. Everything up until that last 15-20 minutes, I think I was really digging. And I thought, this is some really solid stuff here. Nothing ever really approached or came across as epic or mind-blowing, but it was really solid, really good, and in my opinion, good enough to be better than the original. But that's just me. So, just getting into my score of this one, I'm giving this one a 7 out of 10. I thought it was really entertaining. I don't think it has a whole lot of rewatch value for me personally, but the original didn't either. So I might do a double feature with this thing one day and just kind of see, okay, I think I get it now. But that day is not today. But I definitely enjoyed the film, and I do recommend it. It's not a bad movie by any means. If you're a huge fan of the original, I think this is made for you, clearly. For me, it was just okay. I'm glad I got to check it out on the IMAX screen, and there's some cool stuff. The action pieces, like the things that come up for these gladiators to deal with, I thought was pretty inventive, creative, and unique. So I was definitely there for that aspect, which is why I wanted to see the original anyway on the big screen, all the cool stuff they make the gladiators do. So in that regards, it definitely didn't disappoint. It's just outside of the arena. what they were doing and where they were going with it was definitely intriguing, but ultimately fell flat for your boy. So I liked it, didn't love it. I wanted to love it. So I hope you guys do love it. If you saw it, let me know down in the comments what you thought about it. If you haven't seen it, go check it out, man. It's definitely worth checking out. The end of the year is here. We pretty much got the best movies we're going to get. I think there's a couple things still left for Christmas, but nothing on that Christmas slate really jumps out to me now. I'm excited about that Lord of the Rings anime and Nosferatu, but I feel like that one might be too artsy-fartsy for me at the end of the day, so we'll see. But in the meantime, in between time, you made it this far into the video, definitely appreciate that love you guys are showing me. Like and subscribe if you're entertained. It's definitely not required, but it does help the channel. You know, we all say that for a reason. It helps push the algorithm. The algorithm pushes the videos out to more people. And the more people we have hanging out, it's like your family. You know, the more family members you have, the more presents you can get at Christmas. So more people on the channel hanging out, we can have more discussions in the comments. It's a good time, trust me. But I appreciate you guys and girls. Much love to each and every one of you. And that's going to do it. Till next time, you guys and girls stay safe. I'm itching your face one of these. Bye. Hey.